Welcome everybody to spring. It's Galaxy season. And Galaxy season means that you can actually leave your 300mm refractors, you can leave them at home. And you will have to buy an super expensive rig with a very high focal length, heavy scope, strong mount. And so if you do not have the huge checkbook ready, you will simply have to make vacations over the Galaxy season. Or so the story goes. And today I want to show you that this is far from the truth. Hey, this is View into Space. I'm Sascha from Switzerland. So grüezi miteinander and thanks for watching my channel. So this rig I have in front of me, I call it my Galaxy Killer. And even spring is usually a very cloudy and wet story here in Switzerland. I already made use of it and I shot this picture here, the Sombrero Galaxy. It's one night, about 100 exposures times 2 minutes. And here we have the Owl Nebula, about 200 pictures times 2 minutes. And I think they look pretty cool. Nothing award worthy, but that's not what I'm striving for. So these two photos, they were shot exactly with this rig. And why I think it is so cool, I want to explain you now within this video. And this is not sponsored at all. This is all stuff I already have. But I really feel this rig is special because every part, except of the filter wheel, which you really would not need here, but beside that, everything has its distinct purpose and advantage. And from my point of view, everything starts with the scope. The 103 APO of ASCAR, it's with 700mm, not an extreme focal length, but it's a good enough focal length for shooting even small galaxies and planetary nebula, as you just have seen. And a big advantage of it is, first of all, that it's not that expensive. Together with the flattener, you get it for about $1,400. I will put the product links in the description below. And on the other side, it's not heavy. And that's important again, because as you can see, you can actually put it on an AM3 or any other similar harmonic drive you find on AliExpress or so on, which is even substantially cheaper than the AM3. And if you would go with the 120 APO, it would be already too heavy for such a small harmonic drive. So that's why I feel the 103 APO is really the sweet spot to just bring the budget further down. And actually I really tested this now out, having the 103 APO on the AM3 and then on the AM5. And ironically, I actually got the better guiding here with the AM3. That might have been just a coincidence, better polar alignment, whatever, but it's definitely not a disadvantage having here an AM3. But the 700mm would still be a little bit wide for all these tiny little galaxies. And so the third component, which makes this really perfect for galaxies and which also is actually pretty economical, is the ASI 585 MC Air from Sevo. And it's mainly the 585 sensor, which is so perfect for this setup because it's a rather tiny sensor, but with small pixels with 2.9 micrometers. And so we still get to a resolution of with almost 4000 times 2000 pixels. And we don't really need a bigger sensor here because again, the stuff that we're shooting is small. So we're shooting with a small sensor, but with a high resolution. And then we can even, based on that, crop it further. And then you get to these pictures I just shown you. And the interesting part is from a field of view, let's look at that here. So the inner square is the Celestron 925 with 2600mm focal length and a 2600 MC Air at the back. And the just slightly bigger square is this rig here. But a big difference is on one side, the price point, which is probably around a third here what you pay for the other rig. And the other big difference is just the ease of handling, where I still struggle constantly with my SCT, and I really hate it from the bottom of my heart. This is so easy and convenient. I never have an issue guiding. I never have an issue getting it into focus. It's actually razor sharp. It's easy to carry it around. You can take it with you. So quite honestly, I prefer a million times to shoot with this here than with my SCT. And that's just why I wanted to make this video, to kind of show you an easy, quite economical and fun way of shooting galaxies over this period of time where there's nothing else. And a good part with this is also that if you're just starting out and you don't have a scope yet, first of all, they're reducers. But second of all you need is just like a wide scope, and everything else will work fine. And you also have a great option for the other seasons. And if you ask me now, why do I have a filter wheel on here? Then it's simply because, first of all, I like to have filter wheels. Sometimes I shoot without a filter, sometimes I shoot with a light pollution filter, and sometimes I like to have HA in my Galaxies. Then I also use a dual narrowband filter to capture the HA. And so that makes it really convenient, but I feel for this rig it's really a luxury, and you can also save that part of money and actually shoot, if you're not living in an extremely light polluted area, without a filter, because especially for Galaxies, to really preserve their natural color, it's anyway best if you shoot without filters. So I hope this was helpful. See you next time, and clear skies.